Alright, what's up guys? I've seen a lot of videos on these 7.3 diesels. I have a 2000 F250 with the 7.3 Power Stroke. I've seen a lot of videos on how to work on different things. I personally been having fuel pressure issues, so I pulled my fuel pressure regulator right there and realized that it was missing this little valve right here. Now this is a new one. As you can see, I've kind of got stuff thrown out all over the place. But this is the old adapter where it goes into the side of the fuel heater bowl. This is the new one. I went ahead and threw my O-ring on there. Had to clean this up. I haven't yet to see a video that actually shows how to do this properly. So I'm going to attempt how to fix it, and I'm going to kind of let you guys see it. So let's get started. I've already pulled the old one off. You need a 5/8 wrench. Loosen this up first. I'm going to go ahead and replace these gaskets as well. It acts like a compression fitting for like gas line, but you have to have these little rubber washers. And you see kind of this one's in pretty bad shape. So I've got a new one with this kit that I ordered on Amazon. I think it was $32 and change. I got it here in 2 days. It's awesome because I've been without a truck for the last week. So I need my truck for my work jobs. Need a 5/8 wrench to pull that compression fitting loose, and then a T25 Torx head pulls these set screws out. I don't have a bunch of fancy tools, so I actually just used the T25 bit out of my drill bit pack and used a 1/4-inch socket on my 1/4-inch drive ratchet, and it worked really good. You have to fight to get that thing in between these fuel lines, the way this hole lines up right here on this side. But with it being a Torx bit, it's less likely to strip, so it makes it actually a little easier being the Torx. So thank you, Ford engineers, because you damn sure made it a lot tighter than what it would be if I designed it. So let's get started on actually putting this new spring and everything in. So the old spring was, like I said, in 2 pieces. Didn't even have the rubber washer on this piece where it seats in there. So we're going to try and see what we can do here. Crap. Get my phone situated where we can see this thing. All right, now that I got the camera kind of set up, we're going to check this. I've put my spring inside my valve. I'm going to try and just bend this out of the way for now and see if this will seat in there. And I'm not taking the top off if I don't have to, because I don't want to release all the fuel, but I may have to take it off. So let's go ahead and do that. That way we can see it. Good deal. That's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the cover off. I actually borrowed this from a friend of mine. They work great. You can use a pair of channel locks if you don't have this adapter. Just adjust them all the way out and you can break this thing loose, but this adapter makes it a lot easier. If you don't have a 3/8 drive ratchet, You can just put a wrench or a socket on here. I think it's a 3/4, maybe even a 13/16. But I have a 3/8 drive ratchet. It just fits in there. You turn it to loosen, and it breaks it loose without trying to break the fins off of here. Make sure we don't mess up our gasket here. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull the filter out, which needs changing, but she's still running. All right. And what we want to check is make sure that that valve is not just free floating in here, which it is. So you see how it just pushes straight through. So I've got to get that little piece that goes down in there. Let's try it this way. I'm not sure if this is the way it goes or not. We're going to find out together. That seems better. Let's try to take that out. I said, it's Ford engineers didn't design this real well. It's so tight. And I don't think that goes on there, but there's some scarring like it does. So what I want to do is I want to leave that there. And I'm going to try it. I'm just going to put it back together, and we're going to see if it works. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then we'll see what happens and take it back apart and go from there. And I've got my helper out here with me today, so if you hear my daughter, that's who that is.
Mom.
Are you helping Daddy today? Uh-huh. You be careful climbing up here.
Okay. Dad, what is this? Dad, what is
No, put that down.
What's doing here?
Put it down, sweetheart.
I want to that way.
Make sure you get that. Hang on, be quiet for a second. Make sure that spring, it's got a little hole in the center of that billet. Make sure it seats in it right. You can kind of see here, it's got a hole right in the center, and trying to get that spring lined up with all this stuff in the way. It's not that easy. It's probably easier if you have the fuel bowl off, but considering that I've already had this one off and replaced a bunch of parts on it already, I'd rather not do that again, because then you lose everything that you've already put back together.
Mary,
Sit down, sister.
I touched it down. Dad, I touched it down with you.
You're fine. All right.
Dad,
Get
I
these
don't
things
need
started.
a
Be quiet, please. It's recording. Get these things tight as much as you can with your hands. At least get them started with your hands so that you're not cross-threading them.
Hey, Mommy.
Shh, I see Mommy too.
I'm working for me. I didn't have.
Please don't. That's got diesel fuel all over it now. I asked you not to get up here. Okay? Get down. No. You're fine. You okay? We'll put this one on here. Make sure it's the right size. I'll slide that back in there. See, oh, that's the wrong size. There's a few different sizes in this rebuild kit, so you may just have to use trial and error. And they're kind of a booger to get on. There it goes. Get that line back up. Okay. And now we're just going to tighten these down. Again, this is a T25, and this is a 5/8. So what you can do is you kind of have to come in here at this angle. It's kind of hard to see. It can't line up straight because of this fuel line here. And of course, if you have the right tools, it probably makes it a lot easier, but I'm a firefighter and a carpenter by trade, so my tool supply is limited. Now this one's not so bad because of the way that this other one rises up. It goes pretty much straight in. And then I'm just going to take my little ratchet. Tighten that down. I'm just going to get it kind of snug. Don't want to go over tight, because that is just aluminum and they bust fairly easily. All right. And then of course, get this thing going. What you got? Just run that up snug, because you gotta be careful. This is brass and copper, so just like working with any other gas line or fuel line, you can strip it out really easily. So, all right, that's this. Like I said, this truck hasn't ran actually in 9 days because I've been waiting on some parts and waited on some parts initially, and that didn't fix it. So, talked to a diesel mechanic buddy of mine. He told me to check this thing out. Of course, when I took that billet off, it just fell all to pieces. And when I called him and told him about it, he said that might be your problem. So let's hope that this fixes it. I'm kind of excited. Now make sure when you put this top back on this fuel heater bowl, you got to get it pretty tight. So if it's sucking air, it won't build pressure. that's another issue. So let's see what happens. Kind of excited. So excited that I walked out of the house and forgot the keys, looks like. Let me run and get those keys. All right, now we're back. Yeah, new starter, new heating element. Cut the radio off. See if she builds pressure. So far, so good. We'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching.